Yo. Ladies and gentlemen, long time no see. Welcome back to another episode of the Infinite Charge podcast. I am your host, Malachi White, and I'm accompanied by
your host, Tyhir Jones.
Yes, sir. And today we have a very special episode. But before I even give like the preface to this episode, we want to introduce something new here at Infinite Charge. So in recent months, I've been getting into meditation, and it's something we're going to talk about. The importance of meditation is going to be one of the things we're going to talk about in today's episode. But me and Ty felt like it would be cool if we could just add like a quick 30 seconds to every episode before we pray for people, just 30 seconds of silence, where if you can close your eyes. If you're driving, don't close your eyes, but where you can just close your eyes and just meditate, just breathe, and possibly if you want to self-reflect or visualize where you want to be. But just 30 seconds of silence you could stretch that when you can calm your mind and just breathe. So that's what we're going to do right now. It would be awkward to have the cameras on for this 30 seconds of silence. So when you watch this production, if you watch this on YouTube, you will not see our cameras during this 30 seconds, but just take this time to just meditate, self-reflect, visualize, whatever you want to do. Heavenly Father, we're just so very thankful to be back for yet another episode of Infinite Charge, dear God. We're just so thankful for how you've kept us over the last few months. And we are thankful for the end listener, dear God. We are thankful for this opportunity that we have to speak with Deriq Thomas. We hope to really bring some valuable information to the table for everybody who listens today, dear God, not only just about their identity, dear God, but about who they can become by the micro habits and rituals that they take up in each and every day. We would hope that this episode just brings a lot of value and knowledge. We know that Deriq is gonna bring some unique things to the table, some unique perspectives, and we look forward to having a fruitful conversation. In your most precious name I pray, amen. All right, Ty. So you do the honors, man, of introducing our guest today.
All right, so our guest today, Deriq Thomas. I hand it over to Deriq to introduce himself.
So what's going on, everybody? My name is Deriq, like they said. Me and Tyhir, we both from the same city. We both from Plainfield, New Jersey. You know, I was born and raised out there. Just moved recently, but I'm saying relocated. Now I'm at a new chapter, a new position in my life. I'm into fitness. I'm all about like mental and like energy and, like all type of stuff like that. I'm all about like, just focusing, trying to be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, like things is definitely turning out for the better now. I'm looking forward to chopping it up with Mello and Malachi. We got some good sauce for y'all today. We're gonna definitely get some good information out to y'all. So let's get into it then.
For sure. I know you said you and Ty is born and raised in Plainfield. I'm from Plainfield too. For sure. I just wanted to throw that out there.
I didn't even know that. Oh,
yeah. But yeah, my first question is like, what was the first step for you? Like, what was the thing that triggered you into getting into all of the great things that you're into today, as far as like spirituality and, fitness, personal development? What got you into that?
Well, I always kind of had it in me a little bit. Like I always was into like working out, sports and stuff like that. But not until like when we talk about like manifesting and when we talk about like how to really change, like how to like bring better things into your life, I ain't getting to that until like quarantine 2020. When we was all locked in the house, yeah. It wasn't really nothing else to do. So I had all that free time and we all just stuck in the house instead of me just being on the game or just watching TV or, just doing average stuff. I started putting my mind and stuff like, yo, I need to really like elevate. Like I'm really trying to do something with myself. But I'm saying,
Right.
so I just really started focusing on myself. I cut off everybody who didn't serve me, everybody who was in the way. They kind of had to take a side step. I had to just enjoy my own company. Feel me? I had to enjoy my own company, just be in my own space so I could really work on myself. So that's when it really started though. Like I was always kind of into it, but 2020 quarantine, that's when I really that's when I really took that next step.
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting time. I felt like during that time, you would find that either people use it to elevate themselves or they became worse, pretty much.
That's a fact.
And yeah, man, I remember it was for me during that time, it was definitely hard. And I felt like coming out of that time, I had to do more work to elevate myself. But had I done like pretty much what you did, then I would have found that when it was time to really get back into the natural swing of things, I would have been a few steps ahead. But instead, I was a few steps behind. But
it ain't like it ain't like I'm perfect now either. I don't want to because when you say like if you would have did what I did, I don't want to make it seem like I'm perfect. Like everybody got flaws. So everybody watching this too, like you don't got to be 100% perfect and be so strict on yourself. Like give yourself some leeway, but at the same time, you got to know like not to go too far in one direction and lose sight of the other. Like you gotta, it's like I try to have a balance. Feel me? Like I said, I'm not perfect, but what I'm saying, every day I try to get a step closer to like bettering myself,
That's a fact.
In some type of way.
For sure. So today we're talking about the law of identity. So in the notes, pretty much the law of identity says, let me see, I just had it pulled up. But the law of identity says that it states that each thing is identical with itself. And we hopped on a pre-podcast call and we really chopped it up. But Deriq, what does the law of identity mean to you and who you're becoming?
I feel like what that really means, like in a nutshell, it's kind of like, like everybody got dreams, everybody got aspirations, everybody got stuff that they want to do out here in the world. And you wanna manifest, you want to bring certain things into your life. But it's like when we talk about laws, like it's certain laws that the world runs on. Like it's one thing, like, state to state and like your country has its own laws, but it's laws that go way beyond that. You feel what I'm saying? So when it comes to like certain laws like that, like when you're trying to bring good things into your life, it's like you gotta, like when we talk about like that law, it's like you gotta realize that number one, everybody like on a deeper level is connected. Like we all connect. I feel like we all just big pieces. We all just pieces to one big puzzle. So when we talk about that, it's like when you trying to come up, like make a come up off of somebody else's downfall, or if you're trying to belittle somebody and make somebody feel like they less, or you trying to put somebody down for you to come up on top, you never are really gonna be able to really win. Like,
and then that's just like everybody is just like a reflection of yourself type, because we're all intertwined, like we're all connected in some way. So like you is me basically in a different type of body, I guess you could say, or we're all connected in a way.
I believe that too, 100%. Like
that's why
I think
karma. That's why I think karma exists.
Yeah,
that's a fact. That's a fact. Just like what Tyhir said, I feel like that's why karma exists too. Because I feel like when on a deeper level, like whether you realize or not, we all are connected. Like we all are the same. That's why like anybody who might even be doing better than you, it's not good to put anybody on any type of pedestal. Or if you're doing better than somebody else, it's not cool for you to belittle them. Like realize that everybody got the same 24 hours. Everybody got 2 hands, 2 feet, and we all bleed the same, just like one another. It's just that everybody use their mind and they use their time differently. And that's why you're gonna get a different experience depending on what you focus on. If you focus on your problems all day, you'll get more problems. But if you focus on your like the stuff you actually want, you're gonna actually be able to track that to you too. So That's why I keep a balance. Like I don't think I'm any better or I'm not any less than anybody. But when we talk about like this law, just like what Melo said, like when you do wrong to other people, wrong is gonna come back because it's like you're doing it to another version of you. But when you trying to, like, let's say you got a business going on, some people make music, some people do YouTube, like whatever the case may be, 9 times out of 10, it's life. You gotta deal with other people. Feel me? You gotta deal with other people. So when you deal with other people, when you got the right intentions, when you got pure intentions behind what you're doing, I feel like you're gonna win by default. But I'm saying, like, something like this, like I commend hats off to both of y'all. Y'all doing stuff like this with this podcast. I don't know too many people who trying to do something positive like this and get information out there to people. Like, that's kind of rare. That's kind of rare. Like, y'all just doing this out the kindness of y'all heart. Y'all just want to put information out there to the people, what I'm saying, to help elevate them. Like, y'all, you gonna get your blessings for that. You know? And it's not like you doing it. Oh, I'm doing this because I know I'm gonna get my blessings for it. Listen, that's not genuine. If you're not moving genuine, you're never gonna win. But when you move like, yo, like, I'm doing this just like off the muscle, like I'm doing this from the heart, just because I want to see other people win. When you move like that, your blessings are gonna come automatically. Like it's gonna come by default. You don't have to really even try. It's like one of those type of things. So that's what I always try to keep in mind. Like you gotta, it's a balance to never think you too high or never think you too low. It's like a balance between because life got its ups and its downs.
Right.
Feel me? Like life got its ups and its downs. So it's like you take you take things as they come. But I'm saying, you take things as they come, you live, you learn. But when you move with the right intentions, is all in all what I'm trying to say. But I'm saying, when you move with the right intentions and you got purity behind what you want, you genuinely doing something for other people, like on a genuine tip. And only you gonna be able to look in the mirror and know that.
For
if
sure.
you look in the mirror, you know if you got shiesty intentions, or if you know if you're trying to get over on people. And that might be why you might not win. But when you do stuff with purity and you move like you're supposed to, like you generally do for other people, stuff just naturally tend to work out for you. But I'm saying, like, that's just how it is.
So with that being said, I have a quick question for most of you, Deriq, but for you too, Ty. I feel like to a certain degree, most of the population understands that rule, the law of pretty much treat other people the way you want to be treated, pretty much. And that kind of falls into line with what we're saying to a certain degree. But I feel like, don't you guys feel like to a certain degree in today's world, instant gratification is causing people to stray away from the law of identity? Because sometimes people feel like if they could show up and do the right thing for a day or two, or if they give a few dollars to a homeless person, next thing you know, they looking around, looking up at the sky, waiting for a blessing to fall down. Do you guys, like, where does how does patience play into the law of identity, you guys feel like, in becoming who we want to become over the long term? Like, how can we what are some strategies for people to be more patient and more enduring and doing the right thing? And doing the right thing, I would say, as like doing the right thing and not expecting a blessing right away. What can somebody do to be more patient?
I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, the greatest things don't come to you right away. You feel what I'm saying? Like when you really striving towards something, if you really trying to do something big, it's like, all great things take time. So I feel like the whole purpose of life anyway is like, you're not supposed to just have stuff just like that, because then what's the point? Like, what's the purpose? If stuff just gonna be handed to you, it's not really what I'm saying. But when you gotta work towards something, when you gotta be dedicated, like you gotta overcome obstacles, you gotta go through ups and downs. That's what make getting to where you're trying to go worthwhile. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but when you just trying to get what you want now, and this is something that I had to learn too. Like, instead of like it'd be like conversation like this, like an old head would be talking to me, or I'll be watching something, and let's say like I'll be looking into like how can I make money, for example, and they'd be talking about the mental aspect of it, and I'm like, man, I'm not trying to hear that. I'm trying to get the money. Like, I'm not trying to hear all that. Like, you talking about how I got to get my mental right, how I got to align this and that. Like, I just want the money. But then I realized, like, when it comes to stuff like that, not just money, but like with anything, like it really do start here though. And the sooner that you realize that, the better. Because it's like stuff not just gonna fall in your lap. You feel me? Stuff not just gonna fall in your lap. So when it come to like you trying to instantly get what it is that you want, just learn to enjoy the journey. That's why whatever it is that you into too, if you genuinely enjoy it too, it's not gonna feel like, damn, like why I'm not here yet, or like why I ain't get this yet. Because like I said, great things take time, but with consistency and when you just like you got that mindset and you got that drive and determination, because you know anybody watching this, when you really lock your mind in on something, can't nothing stop you at all. Can't nothing stop you. But when you play around, when you halfway, that's when it's like it's iffy. But as far as like instantly, you're not gonna instantly get anything worthwhile. But if you like I said, you consistent, you work at it every day, like you got drive, like you hungry, you're gonna win. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, I agree 100% with Deriq, and it's like too many people get caught up in the end result of things, you know, and that forces them not to be patient. You know, I feel like you gotta be in love with the process.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta be in love with the discipline it requires, the preparation it requires. Like, I feel like the more importantly than winning is being prepared to win. So you can't expect to win if you're not prepared. You know what I mean? And
Right.
being prepared may take 20, 30, 40 years. You know what I mean? But you got to be able to stay persistent and stay the course and get up every day and really love the process.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, that is.
So thinking about just the process and everything, what I'm gleaming and what I've been growing to understand myself, even with this podcast, Deriq, I don't know if Ty has told you, but we've taken a long break because it's sometimes when you step away from something, you get to see what's really important and what you need to be doing.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
the crazy thing is,
Malachi, you gotta say that one more time, man. You gotta say that one more time. That's real fact.
Sometimes when you feel overwhelmed, you need to take a step away from everything to see what's really important to you. Like throughout these last few months, I've been locked in on meditation and things like that, and believing that God is going to send the opportunities to me based off of the actions that I take every day. Now, I was thinking heavily about getting back into this infinite charge stuff, but you know, sometimes the flesh gives you, oh, well, you got to do this first. You got to no, pretty much. Ty hit me up just the other day. Yo, Mal, we got to get back into it. And I'm like, that's crazy. I was just thinking that in my head. And not only was I thinking that, but I was taking the necessary actions to be better in every area. And now we're right here recording this episode again with Deriq, who's giving us a lot of actionable and great information. Now I wanna ask for this next section. I want to focus on how people can shift their identity. We talked about, you know, you are what you attract. Well, chances are most people who are listening to this aren't very satisfied with what they are attracting right now. My question is, in keeping in and staying in line with what I asked before, how can somebody shift their identity for the long term? Because sometimes we shift our identity, we get the goal, and then we're right back to where we were. What do you guys feel like is one of the first and most valuable steps to shifting your identity to attract better things?
I feel like that type of work that take like you really working on yourself, like that come internal. Cause I feel like everything outside is just a reflection of inside. Like
Right.
for example, like you can tell when somebody is trying to act like something that they're not really, just because like you could kind of tell just by looking at them. Cause they outside is a reflection of how they really feel inside. Like they know that they're not really, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So when you really work on yourself, and that's why I start getting into meditation. That's why I work out like regularly. That's why I drink water. That's why I try to eat right. Because all of that type, like what you putting into your body, what you feeding yourself is not just food, like what you feeding your mind, like what you paying attention to on a daily basis. What type of company you keep around you, what type of people you associating yourself with. Like, because you never gonna be able to really rise. Like, you know what they say, if you with 5 billionaires, you're gonna be the 6 billionaire. But if you hanging with 5 bums, you're gonna be a bum too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I had to, just like I said, like starting quarantine, and it was like, it's like a blessing in disguise, because it's like damn, like life is just stopped. Like I gotta sit in this house all day. But it really gave me the time of day to be like, now I really can focus on myself. What is it else to do? Everybody in the house right now. So
Yeah.
that's when like I started figuring out like how you can control your mind and free your mind. Like you can't just accept what everybody throws at you. You can't just accept, for what I'm saying, what you was taught growing up. Because obviously, like your core, like you know, like you get to a certain age, you know what you shouldn't be doing. But when
Right.
it comes to like you attracting the stuff you want into your life, that's when you just gotta put your mental on those things. But a lot of people throughout their day, they use their 24 hours. Like we think, like even me too. I used to think about my problems all day long. I used to think about, I used to even just come up with scenarios in my head that wasn't even real. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Like like that type of stuff wouldn't even be real. But then I start finding out about meditating and, you know, all these things. And at first it was kind of like, you know, I'm not really into stuff like that. Like
Right.
meditating, like coming up, like nobody really taught me about that. So I thought it was like weird. I thought it was lame until I tried it for myself. And then I realized that, this really started giving me peace of mind. Like instead of me having to smoke all day, instead of me having to pick up a bottle, instead of me having to, you know, like create all of these habits, I could have peace within myself with only needing me. I don't need nothing outside of me. That's what I feel like meditation to do. And it start through repetition. That's how you really start changing like how you feel and how you view yourself. Like when you get up in the mirror, you should look at yourself and know that you're a king. So all
Yeah.
the ladies out there watching this, when you look at this, you should know that you a queen. Like
Oh
you
yeah.
should feel like a certain type of confidence within yourself. But it's gonna come when you repeatedly doing the small things over a long period of time. Like
Yep.
you get up and you dedicate yourself. Like, all right, like me personally, I drink a gallon of water every day. But I'm saying I'm working out a good amount of times throughout the week. You know, I try to eat right. Like me personally, I be like even like social media and stuff like that. I be trying to stay off social media. I be cleansing myself from that because I don't like to be plugged in with all of the negative stuff going on in the world. Sometimes I just got to be in my own space. So
Right.
sometimes I might go to the app store, delete Instagram, delete Twitter, and just not even be on my phone. Just enjoy my own company. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and just focusing on the right stuff. Like, all right, what do I really want to do with myself now? Make a plan, really like take action towards it. But I'm saying like, when it comes to eating, like the past 2 weeks, I haven't eaten no meat. Crazy, right? I haven't eaten meat at all in the past 2 weeks, and it's cause like I just ended up finding out like when that stuff that's on your plate, all that is energy, and the energy is transferring to you. So when you eat an animal that got killed or got murdered, all of the fear and the depression and the anxiety that animal was feeling that's on your plate, and you eating it, your body breaking that down, digesting it, putting it all throughout your body. You wonder why you depressed. You wonder why you be anxious all day. So it'd be little things like that. And like I said, I ain't perfect. Like I ain't saying I'm gonna not eat meat for the rest of my life. It's just something I was trying out, and I
It's
just
not. It's
realized
not
like,
about being perfect. It's not about
yeah,
being
you're right.
perfect. It's about being able to stay disciplined. And yeah, once I mess up once, I won't let it happen again for another
Word.
consecutive day. You know, it's like staying intact with a process in the system and not going away from that for nothing.
Yeah. So just thinking about different ways that we could shift our identity. And thank you, Deriq. Those are a lot of you just gave us a lot of information. But I feel for this to be long standing, and what I noticed too when I was working on shifting my own identity was that I would implement one thing for a week and then build off of that. The next week I would build another habit because we gave them a lot of information. And one thing we don't want to do is overwhelm the listeners or the viewers with, okay, they told it, all right, I'm gonna write all these things down that Deriq, Mal, and Tyhir are talking about, and I'm gonna start doing all this tomorrow. And so out of everything, what do you think is the first habit that the listeners should implement tonight, today, and do that for the next week before going into everything else? What do you think is the first thing that they should get into, Deriq?
Only one.
Yeah, only one.
I say to try meditating.
Mm.
I feel like that right there, that's a good start because sometimes you too much be going on. Like sometimes life could throw too much at you at once, or like for example, like a lot of people be so stuck in the past, and it's not like it's our fault. Like you might have been through some real stuff. Like it could have been something that really like haunts you to this day. But the thing is, like, I feel like it's just a whole bunch of people walking around who need to heal from the stuff that they've been through. I feel like that's really what it is, because you never gonna be able to get to a certain point. You can't get to that top tier level like you meant to be at if everything from the past is like a refrigerator on your back.
Yeah.
Like it's weighing you down. Like when your head is too in the past, you don't have time to be able to change what your future could be. Like right now, like the present moment is the only thing that matters. So when you too in the past, like I said, that's the refrigerator on your back. And when you too focused on your future, you too anxious, like I said, you losing sight of what you got in front of you right now, the present moment. And I feel like that's why the present is called the present, because it's a gift. So when you get a gift, you gotta make the most of it. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta make the most of what you got right in front of you. So like if I said one thing, I say meditation, because that's when you could block all of this out. You could kind of let go. Certain things you can't let go of. Like when we talk about the past, certain things you've been through, that it's always going to be a certain part of you. Certain things happen that make you who you are. You know what I'm saying? Who make you who you are today. But the thing is, if you want to change for the better, you want to be something new for tomorrow, you just got to change the habits that you got right now. So when you could block all this out and you just tap in with yourself, you realize that you don't need to smoke all day. You don't need to be high all day long. You don't need anything outside of you. You know, all you gotta do is tap in with yourself. And what I'm saying, you notice at the start, like it's like a certain sense of peace. I can't really even describe it. And for everybody new out there, I ain't just gonna tell you to meditate. Like you gotta know how to meditate. They got all type of guided meditation and stuff like that on YouTube, where you could just, all you do is you lay on your back, get comfortable. What I'm saying, with your eyes closed, and you just listen to the voice, and listen to what they say and take it in like it's your own words. And you will notice you start doing stuff like that, like repetitively. Like I said, it'd be the little things over a long period of time that add up. So when you do that, you start doing it, let's say once a day. It don't even got to be that long either. If you got a little bit of free time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, to do it, you could do it once, twice a day. And you will notice, like after a week, like how you start feeling. It's like a difference. That's how it started with me, because like I said, I wasn't usually ever into stuff like this. Like this is always kind of weird. It was kind of like, I don't know, it was kind of lame until I realized that you got to know that like it's like a deeper meaning in life. Like you're not just here just to get money, and then you try to get to a certain level, you try to put on just to like for a certain image to other people. Like I feel like we're here for a deeper level, and when you get into stuff like this, you start to be able to maneuver around this like a lot easier. Like I don't be too moody. I don't always be mad all the time and in my bag all the time. I be finding myself like even in the worst situations, I could have a positive outlook on it. You feel what I'm saying? And it's only because of stuff like this.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. When I first started meditating in January, it was like this new type of peace I had never experienced before. Because meditating was the first thing that I implemented as well recently. And it's like in the Bible when it says you will experience a peace that surpasses all human understanding. Like literally, there's nothing that I can do. There's no habit, no food that I can eat. There's no entertainment that I could watch that could replicate that feeling of peace that I had. Like I felt like I felt so creative. I feel so creative coming out of meditation. I feel so able to just handle my issues coming out of meditation. So I know exactly what you're saying, man. It's a crazy feeling for sure when it comes to the meditation.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like if I only could pay one thing, that's what I would say. That's the one thing I definitely have people do. But I'm saying, yeah. Yeah. And it's kind of like a, what you was about to say?
No, you cool. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, it's kind of like because it's like, just like you said, like you want to pick up different habits over time. So like you start with that, then you might want to start like, all right, cool. Like I'm gonna drink more water now. For I'm saying, I'm gonna get more water. I'm gonna get outside more. For I'm saying, I'm gonna like it just be the little things. Like I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna drink water. I'm gonna exercise. For I'm saying, I'm gonna cut off everybody in my life who like if you going in this direction, I'm trying to go this way. Like I'm actually trying to better myself. I'm not just trying to be in one city. Like a lot of people be comfortable with living in one city for their whole life. Living in one city when the world is mad big, there's so much to do out here. Why you want to just be limited to one excuse me.
No, you
What I'm
good.
saying, but one little dot out of this whole map, like it's a whole globe out here for you to experience. Like, why limit yourself like that? But
yeah, and it's like when you cut those people off, like
yeah,
naturally the frequency you're on, you're gonna attract more people that's like you.
Yep.
So you know, you are who you hang around, man. That's really true. Like it's really vital.
and I don't want people to think too, because like I said, because I keep saying it because I know people could relate. Like when I thought about this, I would always think people like who was in this was weird. You don't gotta be like no yogi who just be in the middle of the woods like a warrior.
With the linen pants on and no shoes and socks.
It ain't.
With the long really, beard.
Yeah, you don't gotta. It's not even like that. Like it's like for example, like I end up finding out the way that you start your day, the way you end your day is what's most important. So like before off the wake up, the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to grab my phone and scroll through my timeline. Now instead of doing that, first thing I do after wake up, I'm gonna meditate. I'm gonna get my mind right. But I'm saying like that's how I'm gonna start my day off. It'd be little stuff like that. Like you don't have to be a weirdo. You can still be cool. You can still be yourself. Like I'm still me. If you know me, you know I always been cool. Always. Right. I just started incorporating this in my life, and I'm gonna still stay true to myself. But I'm saying I'm gonna still stay true to myself. But I know I'm not meant to stay the same. Like a lot of people got that mindset of, oh, I'm never going to change. Like, why would you never want to change? Yeah. Like you're supposed to change for the better though. What I'm saying. So like I'm still me. I'm still cool. I'm still Deriq. At the end of the day, I'm just. What I'm saying. My mind is on other stuff, like bigger on bigger stuff, like trying to really do something out here with myself. What I'm saying. Not just be like everybody else or just be okay with the bare minimum. That's what I'm saying. So you start incorporating stuff like this. Also, try getting off social media. Like I don't be needing to be on Instagram all day. Like it kind of got lame. I'm not gonna lie, because it's a whole bunch of people on there trying to act like something they not, trying to act like and have stuff that they don't got like at all. At the end of the day, we all young. We all trying to figure this out. So I feel like I be needing to just, like I said earlier, because I touched on it earlier. Take time away from it. Just learn to enjoy your own company. What I'm saying. Then you would like Melo said, you attract people who start thinking and moving like you. And then it's like y'all, I feel like when y'all multiply, when it's more than one of you and y'all all on the same mission, y'all working towards something, it's over.
It's over. Yep, for sure. It's over. For sure. Yeah. So yeah, man, I truly agree. And another thing I wanted to ask about and possibly speak on is the importance of the entertainment we watch, the music we listen to, what it is that we're taking in as far as what we see and hear. Have you taken any steps to like not watch certain things? Or because like I personally like I found like with my experience, I love rap music. Like that's a part of my culture. Like my dad, like my middle name is Nasir after Nas. Like I love rap music, but I find myself sometimes saying like, okay, I'll only listen to this music when I'm doing this, but I'm not just passively listening to rap music. Or I might, even when it comes to Netflix, like I'll watch one episode and then that's it. I got other things I got to do. Yeah. Like how do you feel like entertainment and stuff like that plays into your vibration, your identity, and trying to shift to be better?
I mean, it's like for example, like whatever you go and put your focus on, whatever you giving your attention to, that's what you giving your energy to, you know? And what you give your energy to, it don't got no choice but to revolve back into your life. So like when it comes to stuff like entertainment, you got to be mindful of what you giving your energy to. That's why I be needing to be off social media sometimes too, because all you see is RIP posts and freedom posts, and like that is lame. Like I don't even want that in my mind at all. Like I'm putting that behind me. But it's like for example, even like stuff that you don't even think about, like you might be watching like what's one of them shows like NCIS or like all them
Law and
cop shows
Order.
where it be like solving murder mysteries. You don't even realize I'm not gonna say that obviously like you do it, that's gonna happen to you. Obviously, I'm not saying like that, but when you like in that state of like you paying attention to somebody got murdered and police is trying to solve what it is that they did, it's like you to a certain degree, that's going to be replaying in your mind now. You feel what I'm saying? So if you was to track something that made you feel similar to how that show felt, it'd because something like that. And the more that you watch it, even when it comes to the music, like whether you know it or not, the stuff you repeat, like when you singing along the songs, like a lot of these rappers, they be talking about, like y'all know how music is talking about like pills and all type of craziness, how they want to kill themselves and they suicidal. Like you don't even realize even if you are depressed, you might be going through something similar. And I know music like help you cope with the stuff you've been through, but all that's doing, like when you sing along to that, is just putting you deeper in your bag. Like it's putting you, like it's actually making it worse because you feeling it even stronger. Because when you sing along to music, you really be feeling it. So it's like, I feel like sometimes the best thing you could do, like you got to be mindful. Like sometimes that's why I don't really even watch, like, because when you grow, a lot of things that interested you before, like they don't really interest you no more. So a lot of stuff I used to feed into and used to watch before, I'm not even really into it now. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't, like I watch Netflix here and there, but I don't even really be on that. Like, I don't really, like I said, I just be on trying to like surround myself with good people. I be trying to like live in the moment in real life. Like live in real life. Like a lot of people live for like trying to impress other people or they trying to show other people something. Nah, you don't even gotta do all that. All you gotta do is live for yourself, move with genuine intentions. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be cool. So you definitely gotta be mindful of what you give your attention to. Like, don't let just anyone or anything have your attention. Like it gotta serve some type of purpose. Not to say you can't have fun, because like I still go out, I still party, I still have, what I'm saying, I still have fun. But I know like majority of my time is going towards me living in the moment. I'm trying to get better in some type of way. And I'm with the stuff that I watch too is helping with that. You feel what I'm saying?
All right. So my question for you is, because as we all know, like your mind is open, whether you want it to be open or not. Like your subconscious mind is picking up on everything, So consciously, how do you try to stop that or make that work to your advantage? How do you like close your mind to certain negative things or certain stuff people say to you that you might not like? Like how do you just let that bounce off your mind and just really know within yourself what you're capable of? How do you work towards that?
Now, when it come to like some small game on like on the subconscious, I end up finding out that like your subconscious, that's like your deep rooted beliefs, like your deep, like the way that you really feel, it's saying right back there. So for you to change that, it's only two ways. Like I end up finding out you could either it's gonna be repetition. You gotta watch different stuff over and over and over and over and over again. Like you gotta get some type of a different perspective, like repeatedly over and over again. Like instead of you focusing on stuff you don't want, why not pay attention to stuff that you do want? Or instead of being on Instagram all day, why not try to watch somebody who really is trying to give game? Like it's mad people out here who really try to give game and show you how to really, what I'm saying, do something. So that's what I would say. So it's either repetition or you could I end up finding out that you can go to sleep listening to like for example, it got stuff like on YouTube, fall asleep with your AirPods on, with your headphones, where they got like it's like these sleep affirmations for when you sleep. And it's like because your subconscious is still on even when you sleep. But I'm saying I end up finding out your subconscious still is working when your body is sleeping. So when you listening to certain stuff while you sleep, your mind is still taking all that in. You probably gonna get up feeling way more refreshed. Like I'd say try that for like 30 days. Like go to sleep every night. Don't miss a night. Like go to sleep every night, listening to like affirmations. Like it could be for anything too. They got stuff for that you could sleep to from if you want to get money. I know
Yup.
a lot of people out there looking for love. Every time I go on Instagram, y'all posting about, oh, I want a man for this. I need a girl. I need a girl I need a girl to hold me down and all that. I be so focused on myself. I don't even really be into all that. Like, but like, yo, you looking for love, you want money, you want peace of mind, like, or you just want to feel better about yourself. They got affirmations for all that on YouTube. You could fall asleep listening to it. Or if you got time throughout your day, listen to it throughout the day. And you going, like I said, you do it repeatedly, you're gonna notice a difference.
For sure. And to echo that, you're right. Cause I listen to Christian sleep affirmations where they repeat like certain Bible verses that I like. And it's like it's definitely it just repeats it throughout. Like I plug my phone in, I put it on a like my desk or the stand wherever I want to put it. And I don't play it too loud. I play it loud enough so that my subconscious can hear it while I'm sleeping. And yo, you're right. When you wake up, you feel like together pretty much, like almost as if the hardships of the day are already conquered. Like your mind is figuring things out as it's listening to these affirmations. So you're so right. I'm so glad you brought that up, man, for sure.
Word up. Yeah, really just be like I said, small habits that you just want to try and pick up. I feel like a lot of people just don't care enough nowadays, like when it come to stuff like this. But that's why, like, because I know a lot of people personally too who like they be having a lot of stuff on their mind. Even I fell victim to that. Even to this day, sometimes I still be having stuff on my mind. But me getting into stuff like this, I know how to deal with stuff a lot better. Like I know how to, like, because like I said, you're not just gonna be going through life, maneuvering through here with a smile on your face and you just feeling happiness 24/7. Like that's unrealistic. Like I said, life is like God is ups and his downs.
Right.
But you gotta know how to feel down and know how to feel to be up. You gotta be happy. You gotta be sad to know how to feel to truly be happy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know that you're gonna pass away one day for you to really appreciate your life. You know what I'm saying? So it's a two-way street. It's just that when you start becoming aware of certain stuff, you able to start like just making changes for the better. Like I said, you take that, like when you take it, it start off like something small, but then it end up building up. That's when you get that big snowball effect. It turned into an avalanche. It started getting bigger and bigger, and you get momentum on your side. And then you gonna start seeing stuff for what it really is. You start feeling different and better. The people around you gonna notice too. You know what I'm saying? So all you gotta do is stay your course and stay in your lane. Don't try to be like nobody else. Don't try to copy off of anybody else or try to copy off what's cool. That's why I'm comfortable for even speaking about on stuff like this. Because I know that just like at one point I thought it was weird, but now it's really helping me make changes in my life for the better. So
sure.
I know not everybody watching this is going to agree with it, but if you don't know now, you'll eventually get it. You know what I'm saying? You'll eventually get it. And I feel like even if only 1 or 2 people watching this like look at this and they'd be like, like I never looked at life from a different perspective like that. Like how I really got control over this. Like it's not stuff happening to me, it's stuff happening for me. Like stuff happens for me in my life for me to learn from it so I know how to move forward. You know what I'm saying? So when you start like blocking out the noise and not trying to impress nobody and you really just focusing on yourself, like protecting your energy, you know what I'm saying? Stuff really gonna start changing for the better. So that's something I definitely want to leave out with.
Man, a lot of great points, a lot of information for the listener and for even me, from Deriq to just pretty much just change the way that you see yourself and it pretty much shift your identity so that you can attract what you want. I mean, just some of the things that Deriq spoke on, and one of the most important things that anybody can implement first is meditation, because meditation, as Deriq said, and as I've experienced myself, will clear your mind and pretty much give you the opportunity to implement other habits without calming your mind down and cleaning your mind from all of the garbage that you've been feeding it for months, for weeks, for some people even years. You're never going to be able to shift your identity. But by first meditating, then you can move on to starting a workout plan, dieting, controlling like once you meditate, you will see what's important, and what you should be listening to, what you should be watching, and what you shouldn't be listening to or watching, and just so many other things. And meditation will also show you that you know, there are certain things that will only fuel you, like positive affirmations and things of that nature, and you will see the importance of that. So Deriq, me and Ty are very appreciative of you giving us your time, your information, your insights, and just everything that you've given us for this episode. Is there anywhere where people can reach you and connect with you? I know you have some things planned for the future. If there's anything you would want to share.
Most definitely, all my social media like Instagram, TikTok. I don't too much be on Snapchat anymore, but the main one is Instagram, and Twitter. Reeks Money 777. So that's RIQSHM0NEY and then 777. That's where you can find me at. One more thing I want to touch on too, because you touched on like you got like a lot of garbage in your mind. Like I ended up finding out like you gotta, because a lot of the stuff that's revolving around your mind right now, it may not be the best type of stuff. Like it might be actually to your downfall, like because you think about all of the wrong things all day long. So I ended up finding out that you actually got to make room for good things to actually come into your life. So like when you start practicing stuff like what we talked about, what you're doing is you just cleaning your mind. You cleaning, you making space so that you can replace everything that's revolving around your mind right now. You can replace it with the stuff you actually want. Because when that's constantly revolving around your mind, give it like a month or two, your life is going to be like it's just going to be different. So yeah, y'all can find me at Reeks Money 777. But I'm saying, I want to thank I want to thank Tyhir. I want to thank Malachi for having me on.
Mellow. You feel me? I still got it. You don't get it twisted. I'm still mellow with it.
Word up. I want to thank y'all for having me on though. But I'm saying, like I said, even if only 1-2 people watch this, because like I said, this is a different side of me too that I'm opening up with. A lot of people do know me because I don't be afraid to speak on stuff like this. Like I'm open about it because I'm speaking my truth, like I said. So, but a lot of people like just to put out there like to everybody, a lot of people don't know this side of me. So I'm looking forward to y'all seeing that. And like I said, even if only one person watches this and they get some type of help from it, they can look at stuff from a different perspective. Then it's like, cool, like I did my job. I did my piece to the puzzle for today. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, appreciate y'all for having me on though. But I'm saying it was a blessing though.
For sure, man. And we're very appreciative that you gave us your time, like I said. But yeah, everybody be sure to connect with Deriq. This man's only 21 years old, man. He's young, just like us, and just still trying to figure this thing out. And this is gonna be valuable information. Like he said, if somebody ain't get something out of this week, but this is gonna be on the internet, man. This stuff is gonna be on here forever. Yep. Yeah. And we at Infinite Charge are so happy to have had Deriq on here because only God knows what you're going to be able to accomplish throughout life, man. And we can't wait to meet you up at the top, man. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, for sure. But ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the Infinite Charge podcast. Be easy, stay charged.
Most importantly, stay blessed, man.